Look, I have the privilege of standing with some great folk that are up here. Of course, we got Chief Acevedo, who is to my far right, and then the Dean of the Consulate Corps, Dean Sosa from Panama, is here, and a very good friend. I'm going to save this guy for a little bit later on. And Vincent Gardner, who is here, who's with Jazz Houston, and Vincent is just an incredible artist, the whole family. And they're expecting a little one in a little bit. So thank you. And then City Council Member at Large, David Robinson, is right here. And let me just, I'll refer to Ruben a little bit. Good afternoon and welcome to Houston City Hall for today's reception and news conference with Jazz Houston, Vincent Gardner, Ambassadors Sosa, Consul General of Panama, and of course Grammy Award winner artist Ruben Blades. I happily accepted Jazz Houston's invitation to join today's event because the city of Houston is supportive of arts in our city. And quite frankly, we want to take it to another level, and I'm counting on Vincent and his group to help to take us there. We support Jazz Houston's mission to entertain audiences and educate young people about jazz. In fact, we have some young musicians with us today from MacArthur High School in Aldine. If you're from MacArthur, are they here? They're on their way? Okay, they're on their way. Introducing young people to music and the introduction of various jazz stylings to the greater Houston community are the primary goals of Jazz Houston. Last year, around this time, if some of you can remember, we had an exciting opportunity to join Jazz Houston at a public concert featuring another Grammy Award winner, Winston Marsalis. He and Vincent graciously played at the library for a group of school children. Quite frankly, not just a group of school children. He played for a lot of us adults as well. And today we are thrilled that Jazz Houston is closing its season by bringing Grammy Award winner artist, actor, activist, and native of Panama, Ruben Blades, to Houston to perform with the Jazz Houston Orchestra. Friday evening, he will be performing with Jazz Houston Dance Mania, a salsa celebration. And as the most diverse city in the United States, it just makes sense that Jazz Houston would highlight this international performer. And he is an international performer. Come on, give me Houston welcome, too. Ruben is a Panamanian native singer, songwriter, and musician whose music incorporates the Afro-Cuban, Chief Acevedo, Afro-Cuban salsa and Latin jazz genres. He has won 8, not 5, but 8 Grammy Awards and 5 Latin Grammy Awards. He's also someone who believes music transcends boundaries and cultural differences. I agree with something he said in a recent interview. Music is important for everyone. Music is not just entertainment, but an emotional, spiritual, and therapeutic connection. It is always a way to connect. In addition to his music and activism, he is currently starring in Fear the Walking Dead, which airs on AMC. Yeah. He and I both auditioned for that role, but unfortunately, due to my current duties, I was not able to stay. Ruben, we want to welcome you to Houston and wish you the very best. Had to think about that one myself. We want to welcome you to Houston and wish you the very best at your concert Friday night. And that's Friday night at 8 o'clock at Bayou. Yeah, Bayou Convention Center, right? And formed in 2017. Let me just say Jazz Houston is a nonprofit model of the jazz at Lincoln Center in New York City. And we are thrilled to have this orchestra led by Vince Gardner here in Houston that celebrates diversity and the arts to share the rich history of jazz and to provide programs to educate our youth. And before we hear from Vincent, I would like to introduce the Honorable Dean Sosa, former Ambassador and Consul General of Panama, Houston. Dean.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Those of you who have been in Panama, you probably recognize there is a street that separates the old Canal Zone and the city of Panama. That street leads to a long street that is called Avenida Nacional. And way back, armed forces people who were stationed in the canal used to come to the nightclubs in that row. The locals, like me, we just only went on Sundays. And what happened is there was one nightclub that afternoon musicians used to come in, bring their instruments, and it started a spontaneous jam session. Terrific. As others would come in, they would replace, and everyone was better than the other. It was music at its best. One time, a young singer, actually he was a student at the university, used to sing with a group called Salvajes del Ritmo in parties, shows up, and he starts singing. And there was no question there. I was there. There was no question that he was going to be a star. You could see it in his demeanor, in his blood, in his energy. He was going to be a star. But Panama was too little for him. He wanted the big lights. He wanted New York. And he went to New York. And he made it in New York. Became one of the top singers in the Big Apple. But then he had made a promise to his mother that he wanted to finish his law career. Although he knew, I'm sure, that he was never going to be a lawyer. He was going to be a great singer. So he went to University of Harvard and finished international law. Went back to his music, started making money, success, and
mortgages.
And a tremendous following. But his son has always been a son, some call it a protest son. I call it more of exposing the ills of society in a very creative way. So he decided to test his message. And in 1994, out of the blue, he said, I'm going to run for president of Panama. Nobody gave him a chance. He was going against the establishment. In a few months, he was a viable candidate. He put the fear of God into all of the other candidates. They didn't win, but made a respectable showing, and then went back to his music. Kept winning and winning and winning. And 10 years later, President Torrijos called him again, and he became the Minister of Tourism. Took a sabbatical again, forego a lot of earnings, fame, to work for his country. And he lent his considerable star power to bring Panama internationally and let everybody know the beauty of our country. Went back to his music, more Grammys. He not only is a singer, a composer, a band leader, he's also a very successful actor. And we're very fortunate, Ruben, that you're here. We thank you not only for being with, I personally thank you for everything you've done and continue to do for Panama. You make all Panamanians feel proud of being Panamanians. So.
And before we bring Ruben, Vincent Gardner, Jazz Houston. Give it up for Vincent.
Thank you, Mayor Turner, Ambassador Sosa, and everyone. We just want to, again, welcome Ruben Blades here. And as Mayor Turner said, Houston is the most diverse city in America. And our music, by our, I mean all of our music, jazz music, encompasses just that, bringing people together from different cultures, different perspectives, letting everyone contribute. You know, to be a jazz fan, all you have to do is appreciate it. To play the music, all you have to do is be able to play. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you do. And the music embodies just the spirit that you've been hearing Ambassador Sosa and Mayor Turner speak about when speaking about Ruben Blades. He has always been the kind of artist, and I've admired him for years and years, and I was very fortunate to and lucky to be able to work with him a few years ago in New York. He's always been that kind of artist that's always brought people to him and to the music and wanted people to know about the rich history of it and the experiences and all of the things that make it great and all of the things that make us great as people. And so those things are what we try to put forth. And so in this concert, you're going to hear, if I hope everyone's coming, in this concert, you're going to hear so many different influences that he has in his life and musically, and he's going to give them all to you masterfully. And Ruben is just he's an amazing artist and even a greater person. And we welcome him here to Houston, and hope you have a good time here with us. Thank you.
Look, having talked about the man, it's now time to hear about the man. Quite frankly, when Dean Sosa was talking about that person that went off to Harvard, I really thought that he was talking about me, but such was not the case. But this actor, songwriter, 8-time Grammy Award winner from Panama, now in the city of Houston, performing on Friday night, 8 p.m., none other than Ruben Blades. Let me give him to you, Ruben.
Okay, first of all, thank you all. Thank you so much, Embajador, Mayor, and all of you present, Jefe de Policía. And look, what can I say? I'm very grateful. I'm very happy to be here with Vince. I met Vince. We played together some years ago. We did a show with the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra at Rose Theater. And it was a show that we were trying to keep the same spirit in this presentation here. It was a mixed show. It was like a bilingual type of show. We had songs in Spanish and we had songs in English. And the songs in English are standards, old standards-based jazz standards. And some people felt it was strange that I was singing those songs, but that's because they don't know Panama. And Panama, because we are a port city, basically. We got ports in the Pacific and the Atlantic. We get music coming from all over the world. And so I grew up listening to all types of music. And I grew up thinking that, and also sharing with other people, the fact that music is not just privy for some people from some land or some nationality. Music is music. And we simply received the opportunity to listen to all of these different influences, which is one of the reasons why now I'm working with jazz bands as well. And I'm nothing but thanks for Vince for allowing me to be a part of this, what he's doing, and his wife is also involved. She's also involved. And it's wonderful, and I'm glad that I can participate. I also want to thank the people at AMC, because as they said, I've been working in this series, TV series called Fear the Walking Dead. This is the 5th season. My band is very upset because they want a zombie to bite me so I can die and then go back and go back to touring, but that's how selfish they are. And, so I'm very, very happy. I did not work on the 4th season, and I toured, and they were ecstatic. And now I'm back in the season, and they're okay with it. And I have nothing but thanks also for AMC allowed me. We're shooting right now in Austin, and they allowed me to come today, Thursday and Friday. And Saturday I have to go back and keep on working. So it's a pleasure to be in Houston. I'm right next door in Austin. And thank you very much, really, all of you. And thank you for allowing me to learn more, Vince, to share this experience with you and your wife and all the new guys that I've met today that rehearsed. And thank you for making me a part of your dream. Thank you. I appreciate that. And all of you.
Look, I want to thank you for being here. We're going to be around for a little while, so please come, introduce yourselves, say hello. Tanya Rivera, it's good to see you back at City Hall. Oh, thank you for being back in the city of Houston, you know. But no, yes. But do enjoy, okay? And let Ruben know just how much we love the fact that he is here in the city of Houston. And I expect to see all of you on Friday at 8 o'clock at the Bayou Center, okay? Tell your family, your friends, please come out, support Ruben, and support Jazz Houston as well. Thank you so very, very much.